What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Colin here. Welcome to this week's gaming news. Now, as always, as you guys know, for the ones that do watch this whenever I put it up, I always go over what I have done last week and what I'm going to be doing this week. Now, let's see, last week was Battlefield 1. Titanfall 2, and hold on, I'm missing something, and I know I am. Warhammer: The End Times Vermintide, that ended. That's finished completely now. At least I think it was last week I completely finished that one out. I'm thinking, but now I don't remember. I know I finished it; it's done, but I don't remember if it was last week. Oh well. Doesn't matter, the game's beat anyways. Now, that was last week. And then starting this week, actually 2 days ago, I started the remaster for Skyrim. And I'm completely new to the whole Skyrim game. I do know of it, but I don't know, too much about it. I know it's been out for a very long time. Beyond that, that's really all I know. I know it's fantasy, obviously. It's fictional. You get magic powers and whatnot, and you can fight with big weapons or smaller handheld weapons like a knife or a smaller sword. Or you can do a smaller weapon and do magic in one hand. And it's a very big world. Very, very, one more time, very big world. There's actually no end to the game whatsoever. The game doesn't end. Yes, there is a main storyline to play with. But when you get to the end of the main storyline and you defeat whoever the heck it is you have to defeat, no credits roll. The game doesn't stop. You just get a little message that'll pop up that says completed whatever story you're on at that point, and then that's it. And then you probably get a trophy for it, and then you move on and continue to play Skyrim for the rest of your freaking life. Because I know of people that have put 300 hours into this game. That's not me. I'm not doing that. And furthermore, I don't have the time to do that. My schedule's very busy between my job and running the gaming channel. So I don't have the time. Now, let's say if I didn't have a full-time job to the side, that, I do, and I was able to make YouTube my full-time job, you know what? I could probably put in a little more time into Skyrim. But I can't. Because as of right now, that's, YouTube being a full-time job for me. Well, okay, no. Hold on, let me rephrase this. YouTube is a full-time job, but it's not a full-time job that pays me enough to where I can leave my real job. If it ever does turn into that, and I can make YouTube work for me, awesome. I'd love to do it. I would absolutely love to. That is what my goal is, but, I can't put everything I have over into the YouTube thing and just pray that it works. I can't do that. That is why I have, my other job to the side, because it helps me do my YouTube thing as well. But nonetheless, so for this week, guys, we are going to be finishing Battlefield 1. I only have one mission left to do and the game's done, and I'm gonna finish the game tonight. Then I have Titanfall 2 left, and I have like 4 missions left in that, and then that's a wrap. And then, well, Skyrim's not gonna be a wrap anytime soon, because I looked up how long it takes to do the main storyline, and it said it was either 30 or 31 hours it takes just to do the main storyline. So that game's gonna be around for a little bit. Now, one of the good things that we definitely are happy about is, as of right now, in the background, which you guys can't see, obviously, my TV is downloading Dishonored 2, baby. And because I pre-ordered it, I get to play it a day earlier than everyone else. So the game's supposed to release on Friday, but I get to play it on Thursday. So either sometime late Thursday, like really late, or sometime on Friday I'll have the first video for Dishonored 2 up. And then also keep in mind that the following Tuesday is the release of Watch Dogs 2. And then 3 days later is the release of Killing Floor 2. So try to keep all that in perspective, guys. We're going to be getting busy again. Now, see, the thing is, I'm trying to figure out where to fit other stuff in. That's where the problem lies. I want to start Mafia 3, but I don't know where to fit it in. And I also want to start the first season of The Walking Dead, but again, I don't know where to fit that in either. Because Watch Dogs 2 is going to be a longer playthrough. Dishonored 2, I think, is going to probably be like a 12-hour playthrough is what I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Hold on one second. So, yeah, I want to fit them in, but as of right now, I don't know when. If I can... Man, I just wish I could figure out where to squeeze them in, but I just can't. As of right now, I just don't know where to squeeze it in. Maybe if I can get through Dishonored 2 fast enough, maybe I can then squeeze in and start Mafia 3. I don't know, guys. I don't want to make any promises and say this is when I'm going to start, but I don't know. It will happen. It's just with trying to get through everything right now. Skyrim, Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2, Killing Floor 2. I got to finish Titanfall 2. I got a lot going on, and it's making it, difficult to fit other games in here. Because I don't want to try to fit in a whole bunch of games and try to play through all of them at one time. It'd be too much to go through. So I'm trying to I try to rotate through 3 games at a time. Just because it works out that way, and it gives people on the channel different things to watch. Because before I would just upload one game and one game only, and I'd go through the whole game. So instead of me doing that, now I try to mix it up just in case somebody else pops on my channel and's like, oh, well, I don't really like the game he's playing right now. Oh, wait, but he has Titanfall 2 over there that he just uploaded recently. I'll watch that. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give options instead of just one thing. But, alright, nonetheless, let's hop into it, guys. Okay, first thing we're hopping into... Ubisoft talks Watch Dogs 2 pre-orders and teases the next Assassin's Creed. During an earnings call today, Ubisoft management discussed Watch Dogs 2's pre-orders and teased the next Assassin's Creed game. On the subject of Watch Dogs 2 pre-orders, CEO, I don't know how to say this, Yevs Guillemot, said they are lower than the company wanted. The pre-orders are not as high as we thought they could be, but we feel like the experience is a fantastic experience, so we feel it can do extremely well. Watch Dogs 2 comes out on November 15th for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. before arriving for PC on November 29th. CFO Alan Martinez added that pre-orders are not always indicative of game sales. Later in the call, he talked about Ubisoft's efforts to support games with new content updates that address fan feedback that can help success. Long after its release, he remarked that Rainbow Six's Siege launch sales were okay, but the fan reaction to the game improved its responsibility to its subsequent updates. Additionally, the Division's high-profile 1.4 update has had a positive impact on the game, management said. What we are trying to say is pre-orders are indeed very important. Quality is very important, but also the attention that you put on the game over the long term is also very, very key, Martinez explained. This is why we're doing exactly that on the Division. We believe that for the good of the brand, the fact that we are proving to our customers that we continue improving and listening to them to come with a perfect experience is what will be the most valuable for the success of that game and its future expansion, and also for the future of the next game. Also, during the call, an analysis asked if Ubisoft could provide an update on the next Assassin's Creed game. Guillemot said, "We can't say much about that yet. We are working hard on this game, and it will be launched when ready." Martinez then chimed in, "It's a great game. I've seen it. It's looking good." Breaking with tradition, Ubisoft will not release a new mainline Assassin's Creed game in 2016, though the Ezio trilogy comes out later this month. The next core Assassin's Creed game is rumored to be set in Egypt and launch in 2017. However, Ubisoft has said it won't put the game out until it's ready. Ubisoft additional VP Tommy Franco said this year that both Assassin's Creed and Far Cry games are in development and aren't committed to releasing in 2017. We believe alpha for these games needs to be 1 year before release, he explained. We're trying to achieve that. That's super effing blunt. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. This is the goal we're going for. Alpha 1 year before, more quality, more polish. So if this means biting the bullet and not having an Assassin's game or a Far Cry in 2017, fuck it. Huh. Wow. That is really freaking blunt. Holy shit. Okay. That really sucks. I really want another Far Cry game. I love Far Cry. Far Cry. It's so much fun. Now the weird thing is, maybe it's not weird. I don't know. I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. Never got into them. A big part of it was because I didn't have a PlayStation 3. I think those are just PlayStation games, aren't they? No, I don't know. I thought it was just a PlayStation... No, it's not. My best friend has some of the Assassin's Creed games, and he has Xbox, so okay. That explains that. Well, for whatever reason, I just never got into it. Never played any of them. So I don't have much to say about the Assassin's Creed stuff. Maybe someday I'll play them. I definitely don't want to put hope out for it because I don't know if I actually would or not. Yes, I've seen playthroughs. I've watched playthroughs. Enjoyed them. But I have no idea if I'll ever get into that. Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. As of right now, there's no way I'm putting Assassin's Creed games into my list. My list is way too long right now to try that because I know those games are long. Alright, let's check out the next thing, guys. And part of me is interested in the Assassin's Creed games. Black Flag looked really cool. Now, I know Unity had so many problems. I also know Unity was so bad that I don't know if it was the president or the CEO, someone big made like a public apology to all the gamers, saying that, you know, the game was not good, and just had to make an apology because of how bad it was. And then they came out with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I know my best friend played that, and he said he really liked it. I saw gameplay on it. The gameplay looked pretty cool. But again, that's just something right now that I cannot fit onto my plate. So how excited are you guys for the new Dishonored 2? It looks so awesome. I'm like really pumped to play it. And I just played the first Dishonored. I just beat it like a couple weeks ago. I kind of wish I would have been able to get it when it first came out, but it was another one of those games that I just couldn't get when it came out. And it took me a while to finally get to it, and I finally got to it. I played through it. It was awesome. I did find it funny, however, that I know the game rewards you more for being silent, you know, assassin type stuff, and don't go around killing everyone. But I utterly failed at that. I did try it. Oops, sorry guys. I did try that, and for the people that actually watched my playthrough on that, you will see that I tried. But it always backfired on me every time. Alright, sorry guys. Continuing on. The next thing we're in is Diablo 3's Necromancer, an excellent new armory feature detailed. One second, guys. I'm almost there. Okay, after making some Diablo 3 announcement earlier today at BlizzCon, Blizzard shared even more information during a 20-year anniversary panel tonight. Most significantly, the Necromancer, who returns from Diablo 3, was discussed in more detail. This included a breakdown of what differentiates the Necromancer from the Witch Doctor, aside from the nature of what you're summoning, things like skeletons rather than zombies. These pets will also have active components, whereas the Witch Doctor's summons are typically passive. You summon them and then forget about them. You can, for instance, activate a Necromancer skeleton skill to cause them to attack another target. One second, guys. My laptop, as usual, is not catching up to the damn page. I really need to do some upgrades on my laptop. It's not a piece of crap by any means. It's not. It's a nice laptop, but I need some like upgrading the RAM and the hard drive. I'm sorry, guys, but it apparently seems my damn page is frozen. It's almost there. I hate when it does this. And it always does it when I do my live, well, not live, but it always does it when I do my news recording. Resources are different too. The Witch Doctor uses mana, but the Necromancer... See, I had it going, and then it skipped all the way down, and now I gotta go back up to where it was. Like, ugh. Grrr. How annoying is that? I had it where I needed it, and then it's freaking skipped down more than almost to the end of the page. Okay, are we there yet? What is my laptop doing today? I am so sorry, guys. Okay. But the Necromancer using something called essence as well as corpses left behind by deceased enemies. The corpse explosion skill comes back, letting you blow up as many as 10 bodies at a time. Bone Spear also returns, shooting a piercing attack in a straight line. Decrepify is a returning curse, slowing enemies and reducing their damage, helping you to group them together. A new skill called Siphon Blood channels on a single enemy and lets you recover health and essence. Blood Rush is another new one, letting you teleport to another location by throwing off the character's skin and transporting their blood to a target spot. Well, that's interesting. Golems are back, one of which is a blood golem. Best of all, you can summon a massive wave of skeletons with Army of the Dead, causing them to rush a location and explode for damage. The Necromancer comes not in an explosion pack, but a character pack called The Rise of the Necromancer. It also adds 2 character slots, 2 stash tabs for those playing on PC, and cosmetic goodies. More details will be announced in 2017 ahead of a launch in the second half of the year. Separately, a patch coming in 2017 will add the Armory, which sounds like a godsend for players. It essentially acts as a way of managing loadouts. It spares you the hassle of making the numerous changes necessary to switch between different builds. You're able to save up to 5 loadouts for each character, storing its skills, passives, items, and Connie's cube power. By clicking a button, you can instantly switch between loadouts. The game handles everything, including moving gems, which will no longer cost money to unsocket. Paragon points are not saved as part of this. That's because you're constantly earning points, and those that would invariably be outdated when switching from one loadout to the next. Blizzard didn't share a specific release date for the Armory update, only saying it will arrive in 2017. It will be available on consoles in addition to PC, though it will have a different look on those platforms. You can see how each version looks like in the gallery. Finally, the company shared some more information about the Diablo I-themed mode announced today. The original idea to commemorate the anniversary was to simply add the classic music, which would play during adventure mode. That expanded repeatedly, ultimately culminating in the retro-style darkening of Tristram. This won't be available at all times. Instead, it'll be a yearly event that's available during January on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. You enter through a portal in the old ruins area, at which point Blizzard says everything gets crappy, with pixeled visuals, minimal animations, and tiny audio. You can see a glimpse of this in some of the images below, although seeing it in motion is what really tells it as a retro experience. Okay, special rewards and loot will be offered through this event, including portals or portraits, banner, sigils, pets such as a butcher one, and the game's first helmet slot legendary gem. This is based on a cinematic from the original game. It puts the red soul shard on your head, causing you to occasionally release a ring of fire near you. Finally, Blizzard teased that other new content is on its way, including new zones for adventure mode, something called challenge rifts, and support for seasons on console. All this will be detailed during Diablo's next BlizzCon panel, which takes place at 4 p.m. PT on Saturday. Alright guys, that's the end of that one. Wish my computer didn't mess up like that, but nothing I could do about it. I hate when it does that. I really, really do. Because like I've said, when I'm not using the camera on me and the microphone and everything to do for my news, my laptop runs perfectly fine. I can have up like, most of the time I have up like 6 windows plus my editing software, and my laptop does just fine. Now, the one thing that I have noticed is when I do the Elgato game capture thing, and I'm, doing a recording for a game, if I have anything running in the background, 6 windows open, or if my editing software's on, it will make my capture software run like crap. Oh my god, it's so bad. So when I do my gaming capture, I have to shut everything off. I have to turn off all my tabs, exit out of everything. I close down my editing software, and then the gaming capture thing runs perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with it. But the one thing that I have noticed, but I think I know how to fix it again, I have run into echoing problems, but it's not on all my games. I noticed it yesterday on Skyrim. I ran into it, and I think it's because I have the master volume too high. So I'm going to have to turn that down, and hopefully that'll fix the echoing problem I had there. Alright guys, we just got one last thing to go over, and hopefully my computer won't freeze up too bad. I do think pretty soon I'm going to try to put more RAM into my laptop here, because I have a friend that knows how to do that kind of stuff. I don't. And he knows what to look for, how to take the laptop apart, put it in, yada yada yada. Okay, Mass Effect, Andromeda. The dev discusses romance options, shooter/RPG balance, potential DLC, and more. Okay, following the debate of the new Mass Effect Andromeda trailer on N7 Day, BioWare creative director Mac Walters took to Twitter to answer some questions posed by fans of the series. In doing so, he has revealed some interesting tidbits about characters and story elements, as well as gameplay. Walters confirmed that although the two main characters are officially called Scott and Sarah Ryder, players will be able to rename them and customize their appearance. This doesn't come as a surprise, as similar options were available in previous entries in the series, as well as most of other BioWare developed RPGs. Okay. Just looking at over how to read this. Let's see, Mac Walters, he also said that the same-sex romance options will be available, and, as with previous games, there will be opportunities to develop relationships with alien species. And you see one of his tweets, and it says, Mac Walters, also yes, and alien kisses for boys and girls as well. Okay, when it comes to gameplay, Walters said Mass Effect Andromeda strikes a better balance between RPG and shooter than the first 3 Mass Effect titles, and that both of these aspects of the game have seen an upgrade. And then you see his Twitter thing again, and it says, we've improved both aspects and created a better balance that we've had in the past, with more freedom to play the way you want to play. The Ryder family is at the heart of Mass Effect Andromeda's narrative. A previous trailer was narrated by Alec Ryder, father of the main characters. Little is known about him, other than that he attained the prestigious N7 rank in the System Alliance military. When asked if BioWare would use DLC to further explore Alec, who the community has affectionately named Rydad, Walters said it is a storyline that will be featured in the main game, but also in other projects. However, he did not specify what other things are. The Mass Effect series has had a number of tie-in novels and comic books, so it could be that Andromeda's extended universe is adapted for those mediums, but this has not yet been confirmed officially. Moving on to characters, Walters was asked about PB, the Azuri featured in the trailer. He revealed PB is actually her nickname and added that, despite the resemblance, she's quite different from Aria T'Loak, the fierce pirate queen of Omega. The mysterious voice that says "I have a bad feeling" is the latest trailer that could also be a non-human species based on Walter's teasing. And the character that the trailer seemed to be positioning as a villain may not be male despite initial impressions. Finally, Walters indicated that the Codex, which serves as a library of information for all things within the Mass Effect universe, will be expensive. As part of N7 Day, BioWare also revealed that loyalty missions are returning and talked about when the game is set in the Mass Effect timeline. Mass Effect Andromeda still doesn't have a release date, but is expected to be launching sometime in the spring of 2017. EA said in a recent earnings call that it would delay if the game needed extra time. However, it is set to release on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Now that right there, that is a set of games that I wish I would have been able to get my hands into and play and make recordings for you guys to watch, but that's just another thing that did not happen. And I actually have no idea if they're gonna make Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 remasters for the PS4. I mean, if they do, awesome. I will probably play them. But until said time, nothing I can do about it. Alright guys, that's a wrap on the gaming news for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Like what I'm doing here, please become a subscriber. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching today. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. My name's Colin, aka Mr. Kawa. And tune in next week for next week's gaming news. Unless something takes a turn of events and forces me not to do it next week, because that's happened twice now. But hopefully it won't. And as always, guys, don't forget, this week I'll be finishing up Battlefield 1, more Titanfall 2, more Skyrim. Dishonored 2 is going to start this week, and then next week on Tuesday is going to be the Watch Dogs 2, and then Friday is going to be the release of Killing Floor 2. So just remember, guys, we got all that going on this month too. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in the next gaming series news. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, guys. I'll see you guys later. Take care.